Hi folks, इस लेसन में हम एक सिंपल सिस्टम डेवलप करेंगे in which we'll be able to organize, learn and be able to play 7th chords in all keys. So let's have some fun. C major, C major 7, C7, C minor 7, C minor 7 flat 5, C diminished. तो हमने पहले लेसन में ये इंटरवल्स डिफाइन किए थे एज द डिस्टेंस बिटवीन एनी टू नोट्स, और हमारे डिस्टेंस ऑप्शंस हैं माइनर सेकंड विच इज़ 1 स्टेप ऑल द वे टू अ परफेक्ट एथ विच इज़ 12 स्टेप्स. ओके, तो हमने ये जो इंफॉर्मेशन है अबाउट इंटरवल्स लेके वी कंस्ट्रक्टेड द major scale, right? You take a tonic, for example C, you add a major second which is 2 steps away, D, etc., and you get the C major scale. Okay, great. So the difference between a scale and a chord is that a scale is an ordered set of pitches from low to high using a particular interval formula from a tonic. So what exactly is a chord? Well, a chord is a selection of notes that are played at the same time. So a chord has two essential qualities to it, or two essential parts to it. One is the key, which is for example C, and then this thing, which is called its quality. Major, minor, for example, we can have major, minor, diminished. And मैं आपको दिखाऊंगा कि this major, minor, diminished comes from the intervals that define the chord. So let's build our first chord. Okay, so the chords we're going to look at. आज हम chords 4 note chords को explore करेंगे. So the सबसे पहला chord major chord है, simple pure major, and let's look at all of these in the key of C. Okay, so C major, okay, का formula ये है tonic, which is for example C, उसके बाद major third plus perfect fifth plus perfect eighth. तो अगर हम C names क्या हैं इसके note names, okay, well you have C, उसके बाद a major third, ठीक है, so major third is 4 steps away, so you get E, उसके बाद perfect fifth away which is G, okay, and of course perfect eighth away which is an octave higher which is C again, right? तो हम ये interval names को scale degrees में भी convert कर सकते हैं, because remember a scale degree is just another way of representing an interval, scale degree. Okay, so this is root 3, 5, and let's call this 8, ठीक है, because it's an octave higher. Great, ठीक है. Now the next chord, but let me show you something else. If you look at the major scale, right, you also see that these intervals, the tonic, the major third, the perfect fifth, and the perfect eighth, also exist in C major scale, major third, perfect fifth, and perfect eighth. And this is, यही scale और chord के बीच में fundamental relationship है, in that the intervals of a chord also, if it's a major chord for example, also exist in the major scale. And in fact, you can say that the major chord is built from the intervals or a selection of intervals of the major scale. Anyway, let's keep going. Okay, so the next chord we're going to do is major 7. Okay, और ये कभी-कभी हम ऐसे लिखते हैं. I forgot to say that a C major can also be written as this, C with a little triangle on top. ठीक है, अब C major 7 हम ऐसे लिखते हैं. You can write it C major 7 or C major 7. Okay, अब इसका formula ये है tonic, major third, perfect fifth and major 7th. Okay, so again ये सारे तो same हैं. For example, tonic C, E and G. अब ये major 7th क्या है? Well, a major 7th, right, is how many? It's 11 steps away. It's B, right? But major 7th, again, if you look at it, also exists in the major scale, right? So again, it's B. So again, I'm just trying to reiterate the point that the intervals of this chord are also part of the scale from which they come. Anyway, तो major chord और major seventh के chord के बीच में difference क्या है? Well, can you tell me what it is? Well, there's only one difference. The perfect eighth becomes a major seventh. The perfect eighth, which is C, goes down by one step and becomes a B. And this is how that sounds. Now let's go to C dominant 7. और ये हम ऐसे लिखते हैं, just with a 7. Okay, अब इसका formula ये है, tonic plus major third plus perfect fifth plus यहाँ minor 7 आएगा. Okay, so what is a minor 7? Well, a minor 7 is 10 steps away from C, right? And it's a B flat. तो ये सारे तो same होंगे, C, E, G, और यहाँ B flat आएगा. So as you see, the minor seventh interval is not in the major scale. Actually, ये जो dominant 7 है, this comes from the dominant scale or the Mixolydian scale, पर वो हम अभी analyze नहीं करेंगे. So I wanted to just show you what happens when you change the interval makeup of a chord. So basically, हमने पहले major chord define किया था. We changed one interval to a major seventh by flattening one note, ठीक है, and we got a B, right? And let's also put the scale degrees of these two chords. ये है root, third, fifth, and seventh scale degree. और इसका क्या होगा? Root, third, fifth, and flat 7. Great. तो ये हमने अब C dominant 7 chord भी बनाया है. So let's hear the difference between major 7 and dominant 7. Now let's make the minor chords, right? So let's make first C minor 7. अब ये हम ऐसे लिखते हैं with a little dash on top, 7. Okay, अब C minor 7 का formula ये है. It is tonic, then उसके बाद minor third, उसके बाद perfect fifth, और फिर minor seventh. Okay, so हमने dominant में, if we just go back and you look, tonic तो same होगा, you'll get C, perfect fifth भी है, G, and we've already seen that we get a B flat as a minor seventh interval from C. तो ये major third क्या है? Well, ये minor third interval क्या है? Well, let's go back to our intervals. Now, if you look at it, a major third interval is 4 steps away, it's E. So a minor third interval is just 1 step below. It's a minor third. This is E flat, right? So dominant में we had a major third, or major 7 and major, we had a major third interval. A minor 7 में we have a minor third interval and a minor 7th interval. The difference between dominant 7 and minor 7. Now let's come to C minor 7 flat 5. ये हम ऐसे लिखते हैं, C minor 7 flat 5. ये जो B है, it's a little flat. Okay, और इसका scale degree क्या है? This is 1 flat 3, right? क्योंकि हमने major third को minor third बनाया है. This is 5 and then flat 7. These are scale degrees. Scale degrees. Okay, remember, scale degree is just another way of writing the interval position. Okay, अब C minor 7 flat 5 का formula ये है. It's tonic, then you have a minor third, then उसके बाद you have something called a diminished fifth, and then minor 7th again. So again, if we're starting from C, minor third तो हमें पता है from our minor chord, it's just E flat. Minor 7th भी हमें पता है, that's just B flat, right? So your diminished fifth क्या है? Well, let's look at the perfect fifth, right? A perfect fifth is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 steps away, right? It is G. So a diminished fifth is just 1 step lower. than that. It's okay, so it's going to be 6 steps away. It is just G flat. Okay, and that is how you make a C minor 7 flat 5. और इसके scale degrees क्या हैं? It's just root flat 3 क्योंकि हमने major third को flat किया है, हमने perfect fifth को यहाँ flat किया है, so you get a flat 5 and of course you have a flat 7. So now we come to one of the most important chords in improvisation, which is C diminished 7. You can write it like this. अब इसका interval makeup ये है. You have tonic, उसके बाद minor third, उसके बाद diminished fifth और double flat 7, okay, or diminished 7. So if we go back to our tonic तो हमें पता है, we know we have a C, and from C minor 7 flat 5 or C minor we also know we have an E flat. A diminished fifth we can copy down is G flat. तो ये double flat 7 क्या है? Well, let's go back to our major 7th chord. Well, we know that the major 7th in the C major chord is a B, right, or a major 7th. It's over here, 11 steps away. So to double flat the major 7th interval, we move down 2 steps to A, and that's it. So you get C, E flat, G, and A. It also happens that the note A is a major 6th away from C. So a double flat 7 is also equal to a major 6th interval. तो हम ऐसे भी लिख सकते हैं major 3rd, diminished 5th, and major 6th, but that's okay. And the scale degrees here are root, flat 3, flat 5, and double flat 7. So, अगर आपको C major chord पता है and you know the interval makeup of it, which is root, major 3rd, perfect 5th, and perfect 8th, I'm writing down these scale degrees which represent the intervals, right? So 3 का मतलब क्या है? It means major 3rd, 5 means perfect 5th, 8 means perfect 8th. तो हम ये दूसरे chords भी very easily बना सकते हैं. For example, if you want to make a major 7th, all you have to do is move this perfect 8th down to a major 7th, which is just movement of one step, right? It's just from C to D. Okay. अगर हमें C dominant 7 बनाना है from a C major 7, all you do is move the last voice down one fret from B to B flat. अगर हमने C minor 7 बनाना है, all you do from a C dominant 7 is move the third voice, which is a major 3rd, to a minor 3rd. And if you want to make a C minor 7th flat 5 from a C minor, all you do is you flatten the 5th. So you can see that you can make any chord just by flattening one note. And if you follow this order, it makes a lot of sense. So actually हम C major shape or C major 7 shape से ये दूसरे chords भी very easily बना सकते हैं. For example, if I want to make a C minor 7, all I have to do is know that I know my C major 7 shape and just flatten the 3rd and flatten the 7th, and that's it. Develop करेंगे. तो अभी के लिए मैं आपको दिखाऊंगा कि हम एक 6th string पे, on the 6th string we're going to take a parent shape which is the drop 2 voicing of C major. अब ये voicings के बारे में, and the voicings I'm going to discuss in a separate lesson, but for the moment let me show you what this looks like. You just bar your index finger on the 8th fret, and this is the root. You put your this is again a root, this is the 8th, the octave higher. Your major 3rd is here on your middle finger, and then your 5th is here, okay, on the 8th fret 2nd string. So root on the 8th fret 6th string, root on the 10th fret 4th string, 3rd on the 9th fret 3rd string, and then the 5th on the 8th fret 2nd string, okay? So root, 3rd, 5th, root, octave higher, right? So root, 3rd, 5, 8, ये 8 है, okay? So this is the parent of voicing, the number 1 voicing we have. तो अगर हमें एक मेजर 7 बनाना है, then all we have to do is move the 8 to a 7, right? So this moves down here, ये यहाँ से यहाँ जाता है. So we'll have to do a little bit of an adjustment, but all the other notes stay the same. The root यहाँ रहता है, the third is still here, the fifth is still here. Only this 8 becomes a 7. तो हमें अपने fingers थोड़े adjust करने पड़ेंगे. Right, we'll have to move this here. That's not a very comfortable way to play it. So let's flip these around, and now you get root 3, 5, 7. Great. अब अगर हमें dominant chord बनाना है, then all you have to do is what? Well, essentially move the major 7 to a flat 7. ये हमारा major 7 है, so we just lift it and it becomes a flat 7. So root 3, 5, flat 7. और अब हमें एक minor 7 बनाना है, then what is the difference between a dominant and a minor 7 chord? Well, only the flat 3 needs to be highlighted. So now you have root, flat 3, 5, flat 7. Okay? So अब हमने minor 7 बनाया है. Now we can also make minor 7 flat 5. What is the difference between minor 7 and minor 7 flat 5? ये जो 5 है, this moves down 1 fret. So this is how I would voice it. Great. So root, flat 3, flat 5, flat 7. अब हमें diminished बनाना है. Now for diminished, all you have to do is the difference between minor 7 flat 5 और diminished 7 के ये बीच में एक ही difference है कि ये जो flat 7 है, अब ये double flat 7 बनता है. और this is minor 7 flat 5. Okay, this is the flat 7. अब हमें double flat 7 बनाना है basically, और diminished 7. तो हम ऐसे voice करेंगे. So minor 7 is like this. And diminished 7 is like this. Okay, so let me make all of these chords again. ये C major ये है, root 3, 5, 8, major 7, root 3, 5, 7. Okay, then dominant 7, root 3, 5, flat 7. Okay, then minor 7. Root 3, flat 3, 5, flat 7, minor 7, flat 5, root, flat 3, flat 5, flat 7, and then diminished का ये है basically root, flat 3, flat 5, double flat 7 or major 6th, same thing. Okay, so these are the shapes you need to practice in each key. अब हम एक पहला exercise करेंगे with a metronome. Our first exercise with a metronome, played slowly, is to play each chord quality, for example C major or C major 7 for 2 bars. In the first bar on each beat, we're going to say out each interval. So for example, if it's C major 7, it's going to be root 3, 5, 7, and then on the next bar on the downbeat, we're just going to strum the chord. So let's try this. 1, 2, 3, C major. Root 3, 5, 8. Now C major 7 coming up. Root 3, 5, major 7. Now dominant 7, C's dominant 7 coming up. Root 3, 5, flat 7, 2. Now C minor 7. Root, flat 3, 5, flat 7. And then C minor 7, flat 5. Root, flat 3, flat 5, flat 7. And then finally C diminished. Root, flat 3, flat 5, 6, or double flat 7. Now that you can do that and you're comfortable changing chords, let's take these 6 shapes into all the other keys in F around the cycle of fourths. So F, B flat, E flat, A flat, etc. Okay. अब हम F पे आएंगे on the cycle of fifths. 3, 4, major, F major 7, F minor 7. और जब आपने ये किया है, the third exercise is to take a new parent shape. So let's take the parent shape for the 5th string major chord and do the same exercise by moving intervals, making new chords. तो मैं आपको एक बार दिखा देता हूँ. On the 5th string, in root position, we have root. This is our parent shape, C major. So root 3, 5, 8. So if you want to make it a major 7, you just move this note, which is the 8, to a major 7. If If you want to make this a dominant 7th from a major 7, you just move this down 1 fret. If you want to make a dominant 7 a minor 7, this is the major 3rd, so you make that a minor 3rd. So from a minor 7, you can get a minor 7 flat 5 by moving the 5th from here to here. And then finally you get C diminished. Okay, so you want to practice that in the same way using a metronome, and then be able to take it to all 12 keys on the same string. So then you do, for example, F major, which is the next key in the cycle of fourths. Then F major 7, F7, F minor 7, F minor 7 flat 5, and then F diminished. Okay. Okay, तो हम basically अब finally दोनों strings mix करेंगे. So what we're going to do is we'll take C, the key of C, and do all the qualities in C on the 6th string, from C major all the way to C diminished. Then the next key in the cycle of fourths is F. तो ये हम 5th string पे करेंगे. So from F major all the way to F diminished. Again, please do this with a metronome. फिर next key क्या आएगा? B flat. ये वापस 6th string पे आएगा. And then you have E flat, and then A flat, and then D flat, and so on and so forth. So you will get practice playing all the qualities and all the keys on both of these strings. So if you want to be even more adventurous, then finally you can add the 4th string parent shape, okay, for a major chord, which is like that, where you have the root, 3rd, 5th, and 8th. So if you have any questions for me or us at the Goa Jazz Academy, please do email me at karan@goajazzacademy.com. And we'd love to see what you're working on. And if you have a few minutes, do check out some of the other videos in this lesson series and whatever else is on our YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. Have a great evening or day wherever you are.